Hello and welcome to The One Show with Alex Jones.
And back for the second time this week, we can't keep it away, it's Nina Wadja.
Well, tonight's... Thank you. I wasn't expecting that. Tonight's guest is a genuine giant of stage and screen. The only question is when?
Hello, Mark. Nice to see you. Take a seat. That's the best opening we've had to the show ever, to be set, Mark.
I destroyed it.
We'll talk all about the BFG later. Both seen it and absolutely. A friend in common that the three of us have got told me early this morning that she worked with you once, and you two got to know each other quite intimately in a specific play.
In the Scottish play, I Dare Not Say the M. And I was playing First Witch.
You did.
And how did I poison you, Mark? Do you happen to remember?
Maybe from your mouth.
Yes, it was quite a challenge.
How long was the run?
Poor Mark had to suffer it for 6 months.
There are other things that...
I promised to brush my teeth every night before.
I did.
Very nice. Well, turning yourself into a giant isn't nearly as hard as you might think. You know, you've all seen these pictures. Look, this is Will. I mean, who knows?
Well, we want your supersized pics. Whether you took them on holiday or you're taking them especially for us tonight, send them to the usual address.
Now, when you see Mark in the BFG, you'll see that in Roald Dahl's original book.
Do you think so?
Well, we sent our own BFG to meet the fizz-whizzing artist who drew them.
He actually makes a really good BFG, doesn't he?
He does,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And you can see Quentin Blake's unseen BFG illustrations at the House of Illustration in King's Cross in London.
Well, Mark, the film, as we said earlier, I took my kids with me, and the whole film, the whole way through, this is the expression on their face.
I know. When I saw all these children had just seen the film, they're all lit up and just engrossed.
It was incredible. And they did ask me, they said, but Mum, you said that big, I don't understand. And either
no, I didn't. I worked in telly, but I was still thinking, how did you film it?
It worked very well on... I don't know.
Very, very complicated, isn't it?
Three-dimensional space inside a computer. It's in the computer.
Wow.
So if you do things in the space in the film set, so it's more like...
That's incredible.
And quite strange, I suppose, because you don't see it until it's on screen. Well, do you know what? We all grew up with the BFG, hugely popular book. How faithful is the film, do you think, then, to the original?
A lot of that's a literary, enjoyable thing, but not got enough action or movement for a film. Stephen Wood on the friendship between the little girl.
Lovely partnership,
very
isn't it?
special. She seems like a very special. There was such a warmth between the two of you that just absolutely just sprung off the screen.
Yeah.
I think it's only fair that we let everybody at home. Here's the moment that the BFG explains to Sophie why he's had to take her with him. It's strange, but you know, people say they can't quite understand the language of the BFG. I have no problem at all. I don't know whether it's been Welsh, but I get...
You must have found it very hard to learn words like that. No. Oh, don't say that. Before, and you've mentioned that you had a problem with language.
To be other people. Lots of characters I saw on television, actually, you would say. But, they gave you many characters you could play, Spock or Captain Kirk. They had Trek episodes, and I think...
Without, skip over the consonants.
Oh.
This is the second Spielberg film.
It was funny. It's funny now, but I remember meeting a...
Wow.
And look at you now.
I did have a long periods of quiet.
So that, the character chimed with you in that way.
Oh, very... You don't get it quite right?
Every day, Mark.
Yeah.
All the time,
We even made up a word, in goodness gracious me, called chuddies, and it made it into the Oxford English Dictionary. Knickers. Chuddies became a phrase.
Words.
Yes, really. It does.
You're playing with me now.
And this is the second Spielberg film that you've done, because especially back in the 80s.
He was wearing chuddies.
Why then did you turn his film?
It would be very enjoyable, and I would benefit from working with him and go for community.
These are dice, aren't they? Or...
No, you can do it with coins, flipping a coin, reading of what might come in the future. And indeed, I met my wife, Claire, on the first day of rehearsal, and films.
Said, are you doing another two?
To mention my name, please.
He's gone from somebody he didn't want to work with to
be a community on set. In fact, he doesn't have the word...
I tried to take a picture of Steven Spielberg once and fell over a hedge onto his table. The BFG is in cinemas right now. Now, as we've got a giant guest, we needed a giant game.
Right, we're playing foot darts later. It's Giants versus Sophies, and the winning team wins the right to sit.
Now, before that, time to see the world through someone else's window in the first of a new series that we are calling A Room with a View.
To kick it off, a man who sees more than a shed when he looks out into his garden.
See, you were wondering what the flags were, now we know.
No, I
There you are.
understand.
And if you've got your own room with a view, we want to hear from you. Get in touch via the usual email address. Now, we've got a lovely view in the studio. You'll see these jars then, Mark.
I think that one's in Westminster.
Around the country, are
Yeah, I
they?
think so.
And they get auctioned off at some point, don't they?
Auctioned off?
Yeah. I can ask you, Roald Dahl based The Big Friendly Giant on his... Wow.
The premiere.
And you tend to base some of your characters on real-life people as well, am I
try
correct?
to, yeah.
You tried. In Wolf Hall, who is it that you based Cromwell on?
Particularly a character like Cromwell, who changes a lot to any kind of orphanage. He just lived on the streets with a gang of kids for about away when he was 14 and lived in Europe.
Loved Wolf Hall, such a brilliant series. We're going to have a look now, Mark, at some people at home have taken. You've got one there, haven't you? If you just would like to show it to camera 4, that'd be amazing.
Oh, I love this. Is my favourite. Little baby in a pocket.
This is Claire, Sam, David.
Have you?
Yeah, sort of worked.
I've got this one in, sent by Chris, his son Robert, with
And your Roald Dahl book. Well
perfect
done.
timing.
Now, when I was in the midst of my Hell on High Seas challenge, remember that? There's a few moments I'll never forget, including this one.
Oh, so special. This weekend, Ben's team will be competing in the Portsmouth leg of the America's Cup. So Marty has been to see just what makes his boat fly.
It is incredible to see it cut through the water, and Ben's British team, they're currently number 2, so good luck to them. Now, a giant show needs a giant finale, and this is ours. This is the world's biggest dartboard, apparently, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
OK, so what's the big idea here, then?
OK, so we've got the world's first football theme park, which
Right.
is based at Blue Water Shopping Centre, which goes on to the 22nd of August.
Brilliant. And can anybody come down and take
Anyone
part?
can come down. They score on the dartboard,
What's the prize?
which is £1,000 at the end of the 5 weeks.
Vouchers for a shopping centre. I'm in, Tammy. Come on. But we've had a go, haven't we?
Yes, and we were absolutely appalling, weren't we?
I mean, but we had the wrong footwear on, I think.
It's a bit unfair playing football.
Well, hopefully our teams tonight will be better, because Team Giant are about to go head-to-head with Team Sophie. Their prize is the chance to sit on this magnificent inn. We haven't got a ladder or anything. We can't give you a leg up. You'll have to just climb up the side somehow.
So what do you do if you need to rustle up a team of giants at short notice? Well, you call the Tall Persons Club of Great Britain and Ireland.
Check how tall these guys are then. Go on, Stuart.
I'm 6'8".
Got some work to do here. OK, girls, you go first. 3 goes each. Go on, Sophies. In a line. And when